Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, we are from 7 Group. We wanna present about male and female relationship. My name is Nelul Iza. I wanna present about gender stereotypes. Gender is the classification by which words as feminine, masculine, or the sex of the person. Stereotype is a label, general image of a person or thing shared by many people. Gender role stereotyping occurs when a person is expected to enact a series of norms or behaviors based upon their sex. First, let's look at how gender stereotypes are related to gender roles. In all societies, men and women generally carry out different occupational, homemaking, and leisure roles. For example, in the United States, more men than women are construction workers, and more women than men care for young children. These role assignments are supported by assumptions that men are stronger, more obvious, and more rational than women. Therefore, men are more suited to be construction workers. Cultural assumptions or stereotypes about what men and women are like may also be reflected in self-perceptions and influence the way that men and women interact with one another. Another example is in education. Many schools and other educational institutions reinforce and support gender stereotypes roles. Moreover, schools operate through the interactions of groups and individuals, and how students and teachers construct gender in the classroom impacts the learning environment. The gender role stereotypes that schools help to reproduce include the notions that girls are caring, nurturing, quiet, helpful, considerate of others, and place others' needs before their own. Academically, able girls' achievements are attributes to their hard work, whereas successful boys are considered naturally gifted. In contrast, underachieving male students are considered lazy, whereas underachieving girls are regarded as not capable. Boys are viewed as rational, logical, unemotional, and strong, and also expected to be outgoing, smart, and naturally academically talented. Thus, in school, gender role stereotypes attribute males' academic success to innate intelligence and girls' achievements to hard work. Moreover, these gender differences are explained through biological difference without any considerations of the impact of social environment on students' learning, achievement, motivations, and attitudes. For males whose achievement is attributed to their natural intelligence, problems arise when this natural ability is no longer a guarantee of success. They perceive themselves as failures and often change measures instead of addressing their fear and failure by re-examining study habits and patterns. For females, placing others first is an important characteristic of a caring, nurturing person. A consequence of this practice is girls' fear of success. Girls often may not succeed in their academic achievements because to do so may be viewed as unfeminine, which may reduce their attractiveness to boys. The assumptions that girls should assume feminine traits in schools such as caring for others and quiet and assertive behavior can mean that they set aside their own learning needs for others. For boys, the masculine gender role stereotype suggests that they should have natural talent to achieve and that they are expected to exhibit rationality and logic as well as loud, domineering behaviors.
Hi, I'm Peter Parker.
Hey, Peter Parker. You got something for me?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aisatu Sofa and the next explanation is about self-concepts of women and men. What is self-concepts? Self-concept is an important part of personality development. The most important concept of personality is self. In the case of stereotypes, there are male and female self-concepts. Within this concept has a description with the term masculinity and femininity. In general, masculine is defined as something that has masculine characteristic, whether in the form of personality, behavior, work, object, or others. For example, aggressive, dominant, ambitious, emotionless, motorizing, riding a big motorbike, firearms, boxing, bodybuilding, construction workers, truck driver are things that are considered masculine. Besides this, the feminine is defined as something that has female characteristic. For example, soft, feeling, easy to cry, dolls, barbarian, secretaries, Arabic, facial care are things that are considered feminine. On the masculine scale, the dominant values in society are a success, ambition, money, recognition of the achievement of a dominant role. If we work in a masculine environment, we expect our boss to be assertive. Ideas such as equity, competition, and performance are considered important. The roles of men and women in society are seen as different from one another. On the feminine scale, the dominant values are nurture and caring, the importance of relationship, concern for the quality of life, job satisfaction, and support for the disadvantaged and weak in society. Women also tend to have a greater concern for the environment and human values in the workplace. Cooperation and consensus seeking are considered important values in such a society. People generally walk to life, whereas in the masculine societies, people tend to live an ordinary work. One example of countries with low masculinity values, such as the Scandinavian countries. In that country, comparison and quality of life are highly valued. In feminine societies, men and women are expected to take on the same social roles. Feminine societies, men and women are expected to take on the same social roles. In the workplace, men and women can take on the same role, but men are not expected to be overly ambitious or competitive, whereas women place more emphasis on quality of life than material success. In a culture, self-description and subject are ideally relatively masculine or relatively feminine, depending on how many culturally related male or female adjective and the adjective the subject uses in the description. This means the self-concept and self-concept of men are more masculine than men. Meanwhile, women are more feminine than men. And if it's played in the stereotypical case, men are considered to have stronger stereotypes and are more active in stereotype of women. In Japan, South Africa, and Nigeria, the stereotypical characteristic of men are preferred over women. Meanwhile, this is reverse with the stereotypical characteristic of Italia, Peru, Australia. In that countries, the stereotypical characteristic of women are more favorable than men, whereas across cultures, the type of stereotypes of women and men are mutually beneficial, but stereotypes of men are generally stronger and more active than women. In this case, it can be concluded that the self-concept of men and women has differences with several cultural factors, as in the cultural comparison between countries Japan, South Africa, Nigeria, and the countries of Italia, Peru, and Australia. Thank you.
Hey! You're that Spider guy on YouTube, right?
Call me Spider-Man!
Okay, Spider-Man! Don't flip! Yeah! Not bad!
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Trios Dia Estrada, aka Peter Parker, and Captain. Now we move to sex role ideology, concerning the proper role relationship between male and female. The same university students from 14 countries who participated in the self-concept study completed a questionnaire expressing agreement or disagreement with statements concerning relationship between male and female. For example, the husband should be regarded as the legal representative of the family group in all matters of law, and a woman should have exactly the same freedom of action as a man. The questionnaires were scored so that high scores indicated a relatively egalitarian or modern ideology, while low scores indicated a male dominant or traditional ideology. In each country, the ideology scores were examined separately for the men and women subjects, and the results are shown in Figure 1. Here it can be seen that the most modern or egalitarian sex role ideology were found in the Netherlands, Germany, and Finland, while the most male-dominant or traditional ideology were found in Nigeria, Pakistan, and India. Perhaps not surprisingly, in the great majority of countries, the women subjects tended to have more modern views than did the men. But the differences were relatively small. Indeed, culture seems to contribute more to variation in sex role ideology than does gender, with more agreement between men and women in the same cultural group than among women or among men from different cultural groups. The sex role ideology differences among the countries seen in the figure were related to a large number of cultural comparison variables. Sex role ideology tended to be more modern or egalitarian in countries that were more developed, more highly Christian, more urban, and once again, from the higher northern latitudes. Stated the other way, sex role ideology tended to be more traditional and male-dominant in countries that were lower in socioeconomic development, lower in the percent of Christians, more rural, and closer to the equator. These findings suggest substantial cross-cultural variations in beliefs about the proper role relationship between male and female. Okay, Captain. Now we will move to Islamic perspective, male and female relation. Islam is the only religion that confirms the human nature, thus taking into account the various aspects that encompass human life, whether physical, mental, or spiritual. Islam also celebrates the existence of men and women as slaves and khalifah to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala without any discrimination or favoritism. The status of women as slaves and their caliphs is considered equal to men. Even Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has insisted that men and women be made from the same soul, as His word in Surah An-Nisa verse 1. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. The tafsir from Ahmed Ali is, O man, fear your Lord, who created you from a single cell, and from it created its mate, and from the two of them dispersed men and women, or male and female, in multitudes. So fear God, in whose name you ask of one another the bond of relationship. God surely keeps watch over you. On the other hand, the Quran also emphasized the importance of leadership in family life and handed the role to men. The question of leadership is important to continue the integrity of a family, that is a major unit of an Islamic society. Without leadership, a family will be easily trapped in confusion, even divorce. Although the right of leadership in the household is given to men, this does not mean that the husband has the right to do anything or to abuse his power, because women also have their rights and feelings and views in family affairs. This has been explained in the Quran, as He says in Surah Al-Baqarah verse 228, which means, and the wife have the same right as the obligation they bear on the husband in the proper way and not prohibited by the Islamic law. It is very clear that Islam places the status of female on an equal with male in the aspect of humanity.